all started with a thought. One thing about life.
Serious Fun Show. I am your humble host, Brooks Meadows. If you are joining me for the first time, welcome. And if you're joining me again, welcome back. Let them know, P.
One thing about life, it always works out.
It does work out. And I have worked it out for you this week. Let me tell you about it. Before I start, I'm going to give you the rundown. We got some producers to thank. Going to be introducing a few new bits. We got 6 minutes. We got a return from Your Aunt Paula. I'm going to introduce you to Game On, my gameplay show. You're going to get some Manthropology today, and I have a very special dedication to someone very special to me, tucked away here at the very end of the show. I hope you will stay all the way through. This is a value for value show, which means that I, in the form of entertainment, aspire to create value for you, the audience and watcher. And if you see it fit, you can give that value back to me in your time, your talent, or your treasure. And if you are going to offer that treasure, we call it the booty.
I have so many people asking for my booty.
And we love booty. I love booty. You can ask my wife. Love the booty. Huge booty fan. So if you see it fit to give me that booty, you can head over to gofundme.org to donate that treasure. And I guess my sad puppy video must have worked. I guess it must have worked because can you believe it? We got some. We have some booty donations today. And because I'm so excited, I'm going to start here first. I'm going to acknowledge the human beings who took their time, went to GoFundMe, and dropped a donation. And can you believe it? We got some. Ooh, we got some new booty up in the house. Man, ain't nothing like new booty. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing like some new booty. And the first donor of the Serious Fun Show with Brooks Meadows for $10, Mr. William, the Mind Mechanic Burnett. Let's give Mr. William Burnett, old Bilber, a round of applause. I see you, man, and I appreciate you. And if you don't know who he is, go find him, the Mind Mechanic, on Instagram, William Burnett. And if you are an executive who needs a wingman, hit him up. He is a wonderful coach. And he has a new community called The Hive. And he's a great writer. So he's one of my favorite creators at the moment. Sending him some time and talent in reverse. So thank you, William Burnett, for that $10 booty donation, my man. I deeply appreciate it. And, you know, it's Saturday morning, October 19th. This is a special day for me. And I like to start it with a nice, warm cup of coffee. And if you don't have one, feel free to pause this. Go make yourself a nice little cup of joe. Come back, sit down, finish the show with me. I have another booty donation, and this one is also. We got another piece of new booty, and for $20, for a whopping $20 from Mr. Parker Byars. Thank you, bro. I appreciate you. Parker Byars is, you can call him a fellow man in Christ. He and I go to church together, Mission Church here in Memphis. You could also say he's a teammate. He does most of the training. I do most of the watching these days. And although I don't look it with this beautiful young face of mine. I am 38 years old, so I don't get into the mix like I used to with big 260-pound Goliath men like Parker Byars. However, he does take it easy on me. And for that, and for your donation of $20, thank you for becoming a producer of the Serious Fun Show. And in honor of Parker, who is quite the fighter and MMA practitioner, I have our first new segment that I would like to introduce. And this is old to me, but it's new to you. This is a concept that I created during the pandemic. It's called Manthropology. And it was to teach guys the science of being a modern man. And if you're going to be a modern man, you got to know how to do this. So this is where we start. This is Manthropology.
Today on Manthropology, I'm at Law School MMA in Memphis, and this is how to throw a punch.
Manthropology. Manthropology.
Modern men don't seek violence, but if violence should arrive, it's good to be prepared. The best punchers in the world are boxers, and they call boxing the sweet science. So we're learning a little bit of that sweet science today because they're the best punchers. First, you got to check your feet. Feet should be directly under your hips to start, stepping forward with your non-dominant side. Step 2, you got to check your hands. Tuck your elbows in, pull into the chin, find a stance that feels more comfortable, hands are ready to go. Step 3, practice the basics in open space. The jab, the cross, and the hook. Step 4, practice the basics on the bag lightly. Once you practice the basics, it's step 5. You gotta let it fly. All right, that's a wrap. Just 5 steps to learning how to throw a punch. Go out there, practice, learn to be a man, and learn to throw that punch.
Manthropology. Manthropology.
Let's get a round of applause for Manthropology. Got to learn how to throw that punch, man. Don't want to have to use it, but you want to know that you can if you have to use it, okay? And Parker Byars knows how to throw a punch, okay? My man knows how, I think it... Been a couple of guys that found that out the hard way. So thank you to all the producers. Thank you, dear listener, for investing, at least donating your time to sit down and watch me show you my videos on a week-to-week basis for the duration of this season, which will be, as I said, 8 episodes. And one thing that we've been tracking over these last few episodes is the departure of my dear friend Dave Robinson from the Serious Fun podcast, which has remained a mystery to us all. And as you might remember, Brock Steadman, the tenacious broadcaster and investigative journalist, is on the case. He is seeking to get to the bottom of why Dave left. And in an effort to do that, he flew to my home in Memphis, Tennessee to interview me, of all people, as if I could shed light on why Dave left. And frankly, it was quite an experience to be interviewed by such a legend. And I was a bit nervous. I didn't exactly know how it was going to go. But recently, we have received early coverage of the feature interview with Brock Steadman. And so without further ado, I suppose I will kick it over to him and enjoy it. This is 6 Minutes with Brock Steadman.
It's been 2 weeks since the sudden departure of Dave Robinson from the groundbreaking Serious Fun podcast. With Dave in seclusion and no answers in sight, I decided to sit down with the co-founder, Brooks Meadows, in his Memphis home to uncover more of the enigmatic circumstances regarding Dave's sudden departure. I'm Brock Steadman, and this is 6 Minutes. Brooks, describe the moment you realized what was happening.
I mean, it felt like any other show, you know? I log into the virtual studio, I start the theme song, I say his name, nothing. I'm thinking, you know, maybe he couldn't hear me. He was putting his headphones on or something. So I say his name again, nothing. And that's when it hit me. Dave was gone.
And how did that feel?
Agonizing. Dave's one of my best friends. It felt like we had a good thing going, you know? We're making enough in donations to get a pint of Gelati Celesti ice cream every week. Landed a huge sponsorship from Lizer.
Love that pharma money. Am I right?
You know, it seemed like we were on a fast track to success, but, you know, I guess Dave felt differently.
6 Minutes will return after a word from our sponsor.
It's flu season and Hall Greens has got you covered. We've partnered with Whack Arnold's to make your booster experience a breeze. Your vaccine is a voucher for a free Wacky meal. Simply roll up your sleeve, roll down your window, and open wide. Hall Greens, at the corner of happy and healthy-ish.
This message is brought to you by Lizer.
I'm just going to come out and ask a question that everyone wants to know. Why did Dave quit?
Yeah, I mean, that's the million-dollar question, right? But it's only something that Dave himself can answer.
You're here now. Do you care to speculate?
I mean, sure, if you're going to press me for an answer, and I see what you're doing, Brock, you know, and just remember, this is hard on me. I didn't have to do this, okay? I didn't have to sit down with you. But if you're going to press me for an answer, I know that the transition episodes, having to re-record those, were tough on him. But, I mean, then again, we sat down for episode 13, and everything seemed like normal. You know, we did a live show. The crowd loved it. We got our first big booty donation. I don't know what happened.
Now, Brooks, when you listen back to the show, Dave threatened to quit multiple times. You teased him. You brought in content that you knew would stir him up. You even made it your stated goal to get Dave to quit. Were you surprised when he walked away?
I mean, I thought we were joking. I didn't actually think he'd quit. I was just teasing him, you know? I mean, yes, I wanted to make it hard on him. Yes, I got my freaking kicks off of getting him upset week after week, but I mean, I didn't actually think he'd quit.
Is Dave gay?
Is that a serious question?
I'll take that as a maybe. Are you angry at Dave for quitting?
I mean, I wouldn't say that I'm mad. I'm confused. I'm sad. But angry? No, I'm not angry. No.
What would you say to Dave if he were here right now?
If he were here, I'd say, Dave, I love you.
No, just take a moment. Look at the camera and tell Dave.
Okay, sure. Dave, if you're seeing this, you know, I love you. I miss you, man. If you ever want to come back to the show, I'd welcome you back with open arms. And, you know, I'm sorry. I just need a moment.
Sure. We can take a break.
I just need it.
Although the mystery of Dave's sudden departure has yet to be revealed, we are inching ever so close to a resolution. I'm committed to staying with this story until we can get you, the audience, the closure you so desperately deserve. This is 6 Minutes. I'm Brock Steadman. You know, I think Dave really is gay. Yeah, he's got a fiance, but it's what we call a beard in the business, you know what I mean? Oh, are we still rolling?
Let's give it up. I told you, Brock Steadman, relentless. He's on the case, man. And that was a hard sit for your boy right here, man. He put me in the hot seat real quick. But, you know, we are not any closer to the real answer, and that's a problem for Brock. And he told me after the interview that he's coming for you, Dave. He's going to get that interview in person, come hell or high water. And we are all waiting with bated breath to find the final solution, the final answer, the closure that we all need. I hope we get it. And, you know, the little I took away from Brock Steadman in that brief experience was that he's going to get that answer. So I'm looking forward to it as much as you are. I really am. Sorry. I need some, I think it's, no. Yeah. Drinking out of my mug. I'm about halfway through this coffee, which must mean we're about halfway through this show. What else do I got for you? We've got Manthropology. I'm going to check that off the list. 6 minutes. Aha! We thanked our producers. Thank you again. Okay. I previewed this next segment on the first show. And like I mentioned in the first show, I'm not a gamer. I would not use that word to describe me at all. But I do like playing classic video games. Do you like playing classic video games? I hope so. And if you do like the classics, you are going to love this next bit. Let me set it up just a tad. As I've mentioned before, I produce everything you're seeing. Every graphic, almost every graphic, all the editing, scripting, etc. I do that. And it's hard to learn things from scratch because although I'm a storyteller, I love telling stories and I love producing media and content. I'm used to the writer's room. I'm used to writing things and working with other people and putting it together and inviting people who are more skilled than I am to do some of the labor, like graphics and thumbnails and whatnot. But for this one, I took it upon myself to do it myself until you, whomever you are or collection of yous, come forward to help produce. That's what I want. That's my ultimate dream and goal with this show, is that this will inspire you, will make you laugh, and will invite you to get involved. So if you want to get involved, you can email me, brooks@seriousfun.io. You can also find me on Instagram @brooksmeadows. And so I'm especially proud of what you're about to see. The intro, outro graphics I created from scratch. So I'm excited to share. This is the first episode of Game On. Game on. Dramatic pause. Dramatic pause. That's right. Just soak it in. One player. Welcome. This is Dinosaur Land. In this strange land, we find that Princess Toadstool is missing again. Looks like Bowser is at it again. You know he is. He's always up to something. Anybody who plays the game, you know you go left first. It's number one. Got to see what's up that hill. So I will acknowledge this is a little harder to play in this setup than it is the original Super Nintendo. It's not quite. I feel way more confident moving on my original Super Nintendo, which I don't have anymore. But man, still feels natural. Like I haven't played this game in ages. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Listen, if you're going to play Mario, just take a little spin around, you know? No need to try to beat it as quick as possible. Just take a spin around, you know? See what's on the map. Go remember. Go remember. Do you remember? Just goat status right here. Just giving myself a little amateur. You gotta hit that because it gives you points. And when you get over 100, see, I didn't get it in here. When you get over 100, you get to play the special game. May not be able to preview the special game this episode. And you hit it right here, you have no idea what you're doing. I'm just gonna say it. If you hit it right there, no, you take it right here. And then you get the perfect run every single time. You bounce it. Look at this. Maximum coinage. Switch Palace. Yoshi. Fire breath. Just regular shell breath. And if you're thinking, Brooks, you must play this all the time. You're just flying. I really don't. I really do not. It's hard to get. I literally had to create an entire show just to be able to play video games. My wife would be like, yeah, fine. No problem. Oh, you gotta make it for your show? Sure, I get it. Let that be your first tip, gentlemen. No, sir. I'm not getting out of here without my... 29 is not bad. 29 is not bad. Can we just... These are the bops, dude. How much do you remember these bops? Fire, the underestimated superpower. When you got the fire back in the day, it was like, I didn't know Mario could be this fun. Now, by the time you get to Super Mario World, you just over the fire. That's all right. I rushed it. I rushed it. You saw, I rushed it. I did. Iggy's Castle. I make mincemeat of Mario. I'll probably have to take you through 2 whole levels just to give you something to watch because I'm just flying through it. I mean, it's just this. I can say it 10 times. I'll say it till I'm blue in the face. Soundtrack. Don't worry, I'm good. Watch this. I'm just gonna make short work of my man here. See ya. That's 1 level down. It's off to Donut Land we go. Save. Game on. Game on. The Marios, that franchise by far is my favorite franchise. Well, maybe not by far. I got to give Legend of Zelda a nod here. Old school. I don't get into much of the new school. You guys lost me probably after Majora's Mask. I haven't really played any of the new ones, and I've played some of the new Marios, which is why it is my favorite. But if I'm gonna do a game on show to give you the feels, to give you the nostalgia, what better place to start than Super Mario World for Super Nintendo? I mean, geez, who would have thought? And although it probably at first glance just looked like that'd be very easy to make, what you just saw, pull my hand back, that. Although it may appear that that's easy to make, with the soundtrack, it's really hard to cut some gaming footage together. I have gained a new appreciation for the gamers on YouTube and on Twitch that create highlight videos that are interesting to watch. I'm new to it, and much respect. That is not as easy as you would think. And the graphics that you saw, to the pixelization, I didn't just go get pixelized text. You can't just find all of this. I had to manually make that and, surprise myself. I'm going to give myself a round of applause. I surprised myself on that one. And if you like it and you'd like to see more gaming footage, if you'd like to see Game On, let me know in the comments. And while you're in the comments, go ahead and like this. Maybe even subscribe to my channel. Leave a kind comment. Let me know you're getting some value out of this. I'd appreciate it. What do I have left? Well, okay. I have one more bit. You're going to get to hang out with your favorite Aunt Paula here in a second. Can't wait to show it with you. And then I have, like I mentioned, a special dedication to someone that I want to say I love you to. And it ain't Dave. Okay. I'll tell you who it is, and I'll save it. It's my wife, Hallie. Hallie, baby, look at me. Look at me right here on the TV. Now look at me standing next to you. Look back at the TV. Look back at me, back at the TV. I love you, baby. And I love the fact that you love my mom. Thank you for loving my mother. Thank you so much for this idea, because Hallie inspired the video that you're about to watch. I wasn't even supposed to be there, but there were a couple of wrinkles in here that made it go, man, I have to get this on camera. And I'll give you just a little bit of those details. Hallie decided to take my mother out for coffee. So what we're going to do in Your Aunt Paula, which is inspired, the show Your Aunt Paula is inspired by comedians in cars getting coffee, Jerry Seinfeld, which is like a true show about nothing. They literally just drive around and talk. And I wanted to get that similar feel that you're just hanging out with your favorite aunt. And so Hallie was going to go take my mother, her mother-in-law, out for a coffee. And she knew that the place that they were going was having a Harry Potter theme. And if you know my mother, you know she is, and my sister, the biggest Harry Potter fans. Huge Harry Potter fans. And so she decided to take her out for a little coffee. And I decided to tag along because I realized that my mom didn't know that it was going to be such a fun little time. So I sat in the back seat, and that is the setup for what you're about to see. Here is episode 2. It's Your Aunt Paula.
Hey guys, it's Aunt Paula, and I'm looking for a deal.
Looking for a deal.
Yeah, you can go in here. I don't know where we're going, but I mean,
Oh, but she's pretty sure we can go in here.
is it JoJo's?
It is JoJo's.
Okay, so yes, we're in the right place to park.
It is JoJo's. Okay, she's figured out the location. She doesn't know.
I don't know anything about JoJo's, but we're
JoJo's
here.
is new to her.
Yes. Looking homeless.
Yeah. Boy, we know you do. Okay, we're going to JoJo's.
JoJo's. How'd you find out about it, Hallie? The Instagrams? Got it. On the grams. Wizarding experience. I'm so excited. I can't stand it. Can I get any of your seasonals frozen or iced?
You do them all iced, actually.
Okay, perfect. All right, I'll do the butterbeer.
All right. The bourbon butterbeer latte?
Let's do that one. Iced, please. Yes.
For that?
Pardon?
Did you want whole milk for that?
Yes, please.
I want those for here to go.
We're gonna, or get them into go cups, and then we can hang out.
Thank you, your surprise.
It's so great. The inside is insane. The way they decorated, it's like a movie set. I'm a pumpkin spice girl. I'm gonna admit it. I love pumpkin spice everything.
See, they had a Patronus pumpkin spice.
But I went with the butterbeer today, and it's still. Ooh, I got a little hint of bourbon on that one. Not that it's got liquor in it, but you can definitely taste it. Sweet little wizard. Sweet little wizard. A little wizard boy. You want to see the cart? Look right here. Look. Look right here. You going? You gonna grab it? Grab it. That's Hedwig. There's Hedwig. Here we go. He's a monster.
It's a 6-month-old outfit.
Yeah. Bye. Thank you.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I don't know your name. Thank you.
Coffee. It was my deal today.
We did it.
We did it. Got a deal. Aunt Paula got a deal.
Oh wait, it's here till 11 now.
All right.
After you, ma'am.
I'm gonna go this way.
Round of applause, please. Round of applause. She's my dear mother, but she is your Aunt Paula. And I would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge the debut of my son. I am a dad, little Alexander. Let's give him a round of applause as well. Cutest kid on earth. I dare you to put up another baby that is cuter than my son. And as we approach the 30-minute mark, and as I finish my coffee, it's the sign that I'm about to shuffle off and close this down. But like I mentioned, I just wanted to say to my wife, today is October 19th. 2024. This day, 5 years ago, Hallie and I were married right here in Memphis in the backyard of the home that we live in right now. And it has been together for 10, married for 5. Just the greatest experience watching you, love, transition into motherhood and making me a father. Thank you so much. I love you, and I could not be prouder of you and us for seeing this all the way through. and for bringing in a wonderful life in our son, who has been a blessing to our family, making our my mother a grandmother for the second time, and her mother, L.A., a grandmother for the first time. And as you can see, I'm getting emotional. If you know her, you know that she's my best friend and my greatest supporter. And she puts up with my crazy ideas and my crazy visions and my crazy stories. But one thing that she is, as well as I am, is we both love to create fun things. And last year we did some creating together. We still create together, but last year I wanted to have and save for the credit something that we made together last year that to me is the most underrated spoof on the internet. If you don't know what a spoof is, it's when you take something that exists and you make something like it that's meant to be a direct copy on purpose. And so we made a spoof together for our friend, Captain Taylor Morgan. And that's what you're going to see as the credits roll in. And as I bring in, not laughter, I don't want laughter, as I bring in my soft outro music, I'll just let it wash over you. I want to address you, the audience, and say thank you. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for dedicating and donating your time. If you'd like to donate your talent, Brooks at seriousfun.io. If you'd like to donate your treasure, GoFundMe.org. Leave a donation. And you better hope we get some donations between now and next week. Otherwise, I may have to bust out yet another sad puppy video. You don't want that. I may want that, but you don't want that. So go ahead and donate. Don't waste any time. Just hop on over to GoFundMe.org. Leave a donation. Let me know that you're getting value. And yeah, that's it. Episode 3, Serious Fun. I'm your host, humbly. I am your humble host, Brooks Meadows. I can't thank you enough. Hallie, baby, I love you. Happy anniversary. Brooks Meadows, Serious Fun, out. The sun rises in the morning to gaze at him. He's been known to make thriving standard in places he's never been. His beard was nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize. It declined. He is the most optimized man in the world.
I don't always wear deodorant, but when I do, I prefer Primally Pure. Stay primal, my friends.